Set on the island of Berk, where war with dragons is a way of life, Hiccup's journey begins when he captures the most feared dragon of all. This timeless bond between boy and beast is what powered the original trilogy. Directed once again by Dean D. Blois, the filmmaker who co-created the animated trilogy, the live-action adaptation isn't aiming to reinvent the wheel. Instead, it's promising to preserve the heart of the story, while deepening the mythology and grounding the fantasy in a tangible, more tactile world. The film opens with a familiar scene, Berk under siege. Dragons are attacking, fires are raging, and amidst the chaos is young Hiccup, now played by Mason Thames. His father, Stoic, Gerard Butler returning to the role, is the gruff village chief.
Are the warriors of Berk?
Hiccup, however, is less warrior and more inventor, a quality that leads him to build a net launcher capable of trapping a night fury. When he finds the wounded creature in the woods, Hiccup's journey begins not toward heroism in the traditional Viking sense, but toward empathy, understanding, and peace. Toothless, now rendered with cutting-edge visual effects by Framestore and animated under the guidance of Glenn McIntosh from Jurassic Park fame, maintains the signature charm and expressiveness of the original. The team behind the effects work to strike a balance, making the dragons photoreal while keeping their emotional resonance intact. And man, Toothless doesn't just look real, he feels real. The director. According to D. Blois, the goal was not simply to replicate the animated film but to expand it where it made sense. That meant bringing new layers to secondary characters, fleshing out Berk's world with richer detail, and elevating the drama of dragon-human conflict. No wonder, the action sequences are bigger, the world is broader, but yes, the emotional core remains focused on the connection between Hiccup and Toothless. What makes this remake stand out from the growing list of animated to live-action transitions is de Blois himself. When Universal first floated the idea, his immediate reaction was protective. He told the studio, "I don't want to see someone else's version of this." Fortunately, they agreed and handed the reins back to the creator, who knew the story best. As he put it, "I do know where the heart is. I know this world. I know these characters." There's also the matter of legacy. Since Disney's wave of remakes, The Jungle Book, Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin, The Little Mermaid, audiences have debated whether these adaptations can truly match the originals. In the case of How to Train Your Dragon, the animated version remains recent and visually stunning. That proximity in time raises the bar even higher for the live-action edition. And as expected, the reviews suggest a careful balance. From the reconstructed flight scenes to Stoic's thunderous war cries and Hiccup's quiet resolve, the film seems to know exactly what made the original soar.
Killed hundreds of us!
And we killed thousands of them!
And by leaning into the texture and scale of live action, while staying true to the emotional rhythms of the original, it manages to breathe new life into this already powerful story. And hence the question is, did Toothless once again capture our hearts? All signs point to yes, and this version of How to Train Your Dragon is a stark reminder of why we fell in love with dragons in the first place. Another interesting change is the characters. The main protagonist of the series, Hiccup, is played by Mason Thames. In the film, Hiccup desperately wants to follow his family lineage and become a dragon fighter. Although scrawnier than the other Viking children, Hiccup has the edge in brains. After one of his inventions catches the elusive dragon known as the Night Fury, Hiccup forms an unexpected bond with the legendary beast. Thames is best known for his role as Finney Blake in The Black Phone. He will soon star in the sequel, The Black Phone 2, later this year. After the May 2023 announcement that he would take on the leading role, Thames shared the news on Instagram, writing, "So excited!" Thames grew up watching the How to Train Your Dragon movies, making helming the live-action remake an even more meaningful experience. "Those movies are so close to my heart and I wanted to honour them as best as I can," Thames told in August 2024. "I'd be walking around sometimes and I started running like Hiccup. I started talking like Hiccup. He hasn't really left me yet and I don't really want him to. He's a part of my heart and I love him." And then there's Astrid, the best young dragon fighter in all of Berk, played by Nico Parker. She's bold, cunning, and the leader of the Vikings in training. While Hiccup has a crush on Astrid, Astrid is often annoyed with his clumsy antics. She eventually becomes suspicious of Hiccup's sudden dragon expertise and discovers his secret bond with Toothless. Parker is best known for her role as Sarah in HBO's The Last of Us. Her film credits include Dumbo, Suncoast, and Bridget Jones. Mad about the boy. This is what Parker had to say in an interview. "Everything is being executed with incredible amounts of love and care, and I think it's going to be incredibly exciting." And finally, Toothless, the Night Fury, is a dragon that no living Viking has ever seen, until now. When Hiccup accidentally shoots one down during a battle, he becomes the first person to see a Night Fury up close. As Hiccup begins to empathise with the dragon, the two slowly form a bond. He eventually names him Toothless because of his retractable teeth. Toothless, while still a cunning beast, is a loving and loyal companion under the watch of Hiccup. The film is rich in emotional depth, from Hiccup's quiet scenes of tending to Toothless's injury to the moments Astrid realizes the truth about dragons. These small character beats bring a powerful intimacy to the epic tale. One especially moving scene shows Hiccup standing up to his father, defending Toothless, fully embracing who he is. Another centers on Toothless risking his life to protect Hiccup, cementing their unbreakable bond. And while we're at it, let's rate the 5 strongest dragons in the movie. The most powerful dragon in the first film is undoubtedly the Red Death, a monstrous queen-like dragon that rules the dragon nest. Towering over every other dragon, she forces them to steal food for her under threat of death. Night Fury, represented by Toothless. Known as the rarest and most mysterious dragon species, Night Furies are fast, intelligent, and equipped with explosive plasma blasts that can obliterate targets with pinpoint precision. Next up is the monstrous Nightmare, a fearsome and aggressive dragon, often used by elite dragon riders like Snottalout. It's large, strong, and known for its ability to light itself on fire, turning its entire body into a blazing inferno during battle. The deadly Nada, Astrid's dragon, ranks 4th. It may not be as big as the monstrous Nightmare, but it's speedy, agile, and armed with sharp, heat-seeking tail spikes that it can shoot at enemies. Rounding out the top 5 is the Gronkle, a squat, heavy-set dragon with an armoured body and surprising aerial abilities. While it's not the fastest or most graceful flyer, it has an extremely tough hide and the ability to shoot explosive, lava-like projectiles. So there you have it. A closer look at how one of animation's most beloved sagas is being reimagined in flesh, fire, and flight. Until next time, cheers.